Hello everyone and welcome back to this week's Arrow. And this week's video we're going to carry on talking about the wonderful artifact of the Pyramid of Giza, which is of course recorded in the Isaiah book. So without any further ado, let us begin with this week's video. So what did we see last week? Last week's video we saw about the ascending passage from the pit. We see this leads to us toward the Bible, why the law provides to Israelites and its purpose also we see shows the results we saw. We saw about the ascending passage from the pit. We saw how the law provided to the Israelites and its purpose and its connection to the ascending passage as well. So first, we saw the first ascending passage. It's about the same size as the entrance passage, from which it branches off, we see. It is small, low, and difficult of ascent, we see, but opens as its upper end into a large, elegant hallway called the Grand Gallery, we can see. So it opens up into this place called the Grand Gallery. The low ascending passage is supposed to represent the law dispensation, we can see, and as Israel as a nation, we can see, from the going out of Egypt, they left the nations of the world and their downward course to be God's holy nation, and under his law we can see is this position proposing thenceforth to walk an upward and more difficult path than that of the heathen world, we have to see, to keep the law. But the Israelites didn't gain the provision of the law to bring back the life for themselves or to the world, which we lost from Adam in that situation as they abused the opportunities that they had. We can even read in Romans 8 chapter 3rd verse, which is a very small verse, so I'll read it itself now, as it says, from what the law was powerless to do because it was weakened by flesh, we have to see. But this law leads to gospel age, we have to understand, the real plan of God through Jesus Christ for the salvation. Yes, this picture we have to understand this pictured as the narrow ascending way opens at its upper end into a large, elegant way called the Grand Gallery, we see. So the Grand Gallery is understood to represent the period of the gospel call, we have said, still upward and difficult, but not hampered as that behind it, we have to see. The loftiness and greater width of the passageway represents the grander hope and greater liberties of the Christian dispensation. We can now read in Romans 3rd chapter 21st verse about this more in detail. So let us go to Romans 3rd chapter 21st verse. So if we read in Romans 3rd chapter 21st verse, it says, But now apart from the law, the righteousness of God has been made known, to which the law and the prophets testify, we see. Then we can read 22nd verse as well, which says, This righteousness is given through faith in Jesus Christ, to all who believe. There is no difference between Jew and Gentile. This is a beautiful message we can see here from the great Grand Gallery in the pyramid. The gospel, the good news we have to say, news to all, every mankind, not only for Jews, starts from the period, and the root is Christ and rules in him. This is the point where the Grand Gallery is shown, because we see from the Dark Ages where they were given the opportunity, we can see, the Israelites, to show after getting out of Egypt's captivity to walk upwards. And even though it was a much more difficult path from the previous life, they did not gain the provision of the Lord to bring back the life for themselves or to the world, which they lost in Adam. We can see the Israelites, they lost the opportunity to there. So then the Grand Gallery is opened, we can see, which opens up at its upper end into a large, elegant hallway, we can see. And this large, elegant hallway comes from the understanding every mankind, not only for Jews. This statement was made, and this opened this new pathway for God's plan to take place and to bring back the life and to basically bring back the world which was lost from Adam, we can see, and ultimately glorify and allow God's plan to succeed. So that is all for this week's video, and we'll continue more about this in next week's video. So I'll see you then. Bye.